Okay, in this example, we're talking about continuous and discrete random variables. Okay, so the definition of a discrete random variable is right here. Okay, so a discrete random variable is a collection of values that is finite or countable. So it could be infinite, it's just that it would be infinite associated with a countable number of values. In other words, a first, a second, a third. X could be 1, 2, 3, it could be anything, but it's something that we would count. A continuous random variable has infinitely many values and the collection of values is not countable. So an example of a continuous variable would be something that we measure, right? For example, if we throw a ball up and measure how high it goes, we measure the speed that a pitcher throws the baseball, that would be a continuous random variable. All right, over here we have 3 examples. Okay, and we have to identify the variables as discrete or continuous. Okay, the number of times a coin must be flipped before it lands on heads. Okay, so X, the random variable, represents the number of times the coin must be flipped before it lands on head. Now, it could take us 1 flip, 2 flips, 3 flips. Could take us any number of flips, but the point is we would count it, the 1, 2, 3, so it's something we count. So this is discrete. So this first one represents a discrete random variable. Okay, the weights of watermelons. Okay, if the random variable X represents the weight of watermelons, that's something we would measure. Weight is something we measure. We don't count it. So in this case, the random variable would be continuous. Okay, C. If the random variable X represents the exact length of great white sharks. Okay, length is something we would measure. We wouldn't count it, we would measure it. So this is going to be a continuous random variable. Okay, so you have to be careful with the definitions of discrete random variables and continuous random variables. A discrete random variable is something that has finite many values or countable many values. In other words, values that can be associated with a counting process. A continuous random variable has values that are associated with measurements.